We had to.
Few of us can imagine it. Alicia Carter and her family lived it.
At the time, we had a Ford Escape, and it's a family of 6.
Crowded and hot, their car was their home.
As people, we can wash up at people's sinks.
After a desperate move to Arizona, the Carters say jobs were few, shelters full, hotel money scarce. When they found a place, the landlord wanted $1,200 up front.
I only gave them $1,000.
It's everything they had. The family qualified for Section 8 housing, but the 2-bedroom condo they chose had to pass inspection. The first one failed, no access. The Section 8 inspector couldn't get in. The second inspection?
That one failed too.
Records show burners not working, gas isn't on, no window lock, and more. So they set a third inspection.
She was homeless at the time. She needed to get into a property, and she could not wait the 25 days.
Alicia had enough. The family found a different Section 8 property and asked the owner for their $1,000 deposit back. While their contract shows the deposit is refundable, the owner only agreed to half.
He'll give me $500 back.
Later, the owner texts, "I am no longer honoring the refund." He's Vadim Agamirzoyan with Bars LLC. He says he was not notified of the inspections. He says the tenants threatened him and that they simply didn't allow the process to go through and complete, and that is why the deposit was held. But wait, Section 8's own regulations say if the unit fails inspection twice, as this one did, the family will be required to select another unit, which they did. So you may think Section 8 and the housing department could get that deposit back. Well, instead, we found a system that seems to leave tenants like the Carters vulnerable to exactly what happened here. Through a series of emails, the City of Phoenix Housing Department says there is nothing we can do, calling it a landlord-tenant issue. The owner in this case did not enter into a housing assistance payment or HAP contract with us for this tenant, so we have no leverage. But before there's a HAP contract, the tenant must sign a lease with the landlord on their own.
You could get into a lease, pay money, and then the property is rejected.
Attorney Stockton Banford says that's just what happened to the Carters. Section 8 approved them, inspected and failed the house twice, but they didn't oversee the lease. The Carters are left fighting for their money alone. Some good news for the Carters. Attorney Banfield took their case, sued the landlord, won a default judgment, and is trying to collect right now. If you're looking for similar housing, make sure the lease says no security deposit required until the property is okayed by Section 8 housing. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. If you got a problem, let me know.
Well, new data shows that debt for Americans